To listen to your voicemail messages, simply click on the message button on your phone.
Please enter personal identification number, then press hash.
Now enter your PIN.
You have 2 new messages.
Now you can listen to your voicemail messages. If you are out and about and want to retrieve your voicemail messages, you can do so also while you're out of the office. Dial with your mobile phone or any other landline number your office number 0926900050. Once you hear the welcome message, press option 9.
Family Solutions. If you know the extension you require,
Once we have selected,
please hold while I transfer your call.
now we can enter our extension number.
Please enter extension number. Please enter personal identification number, then press pound.
Here we have to ensure that we do enter the pound sign after we have entered the PIN.
You have 10 new messages and 2 old messages.
Here we
Press
go.
star to play. Press 9 for options. To exit, press pound.
This way everyone from iOSIS can retrieve their voicemail messages while they are away from the office. To set your extension status, you can do so with the 3 short keys or dial codes. If you dial *30, you are in status available.
Available status set.
If you want to change your status to away, you can do so with the star code *31.
A status set.
Or if you want to change your status to out of office, simply do so with the star code *32.
Office status set.
Alright, but I'm back now in the office and I go to *30.
Available status set.
To pick up a colleague's ringing extension, you can do so with the pickup code *20. Let's see how that goes. I can hear that my colleague is now getting a phone call and he's not at his desk. So I can go *20*, and voila, I'm connected now with that person who was calling there. If my extension is ringing and I want to transfer afterwards that caller onto someone else, it's 2 mouse clicks away. Let's see how it goes. Oh, here I receive an incoming call. I pick up and I find out that that person is actually want to talk with Andy. What do I do? On the phone I can click the transfer button, enter the extension number of the person he wants to talk to. Now that Andy did pick up his phone and I want to transfer extension line 1 with line 2, I can do so by pressing the transfer button on the phone or simply hang up. As you can see, these 2 people are now connected and my extension is becoming free again. To start a 3-way conference call is pretty simple. Let's call one extension. As soon as that person has picked up, we can now call the second number we want to conference in. For that we press on line 2 and enter the number we want to talk to. Okay. We call a second extension, in this case an external mobile phone. As soon as we are connected, we are talking now, and we want to conference line 1 with line 2, we can do so with the conference button. Alright, and here we see now in the screen mobile number 021436772 is now in a conference call with extension 300. As easy as that. To start up your 3CX MyPhone, we go to Start and open the Internet Explorer. Here we browse to the website sent to you via the email to MyPhone. Once that website is loaded, we can enter our extension number. I'm logging in as a trainee here, which is 9136, and the default PIN is 99 and then the extension number. If I click OK now, I have a first glance and an overview of the other colleagues, and I can see Ruby, Kelsey and all the other people working at IOSIS. Now the next step is to install this application locally so that we have a desktop icon and we can log in from there next time. To do so, click on this flashing icon and say, yes, I do want to install it. Up here you can see a 3CX MyPhone desktop icon has been installed, and I'm prompted with a new login. I enter my extension one more time, along with my PIN, and I say here, remember me. Alright, it's now basically the same thing as the website back here, but it's in a neat, nice application form. So we don't need this website any longer, since we now have the 3CX MyPhone icon on the computer desktop. The 3CX MyPhone offers you a list overview of all extensions. Another important thing is the call history. If we click here, we can set a filter and we can sort it by missed calls, outbound calls, or received calls. From here, we can click and dial again straight away out of this view. The next tab is the voicemail tab. I can see here that I have a new voicemail, and I can play this voicemail on my phone by a click of a button. We have access to the phone book with the next tab, and here we can set our preferences, our personal settings, and we will look at that later in this training video. With 3CX MyPhone, you can dial from your screen any number. If you want to dial a public number, add it into the dialog box in the top left of your phone, including the leading one and then the phone number. If you click now on the green button, your desk phone starts dialing and the external phone is called. To hang up, you can simply place the handset back into the phone or click on the reject button here. You can also dial by name. If you start entering Jay, Joe or John come up, you can select them and click on the green button again. If you have entries in your phone book, let's add a new one. Including number 1093756 This new entry can be now dialed also through the context menu searcher on the top left. As easy as that. With 3.6 MyPhone you can set your extension status with a single mouse click. On the top left of your MyPhone application you can select your current status, available, away, or out of the office and so on. Once set, also your colleagues can see in their MyPhone application what your current status is. Now I'm set to status away and all incoming calls to my extension go to my voicemail. If I change this to out of office, all incoming calls go to Joe's extension. I can go back here to available simply by clicking on the status icon and select available. To set your call forwarding destination, go to the menu Settings and select Forwarding Rules. Here you can specify how incoming calls to your extensions are routed. Let's take a closer look. Currently, if I'm in status available, my extension will ring for 20 seconds, and if I don't answer, then the caller is sent to my voicemail. In the status away, I treat internal calls straight away to my voicemail, and if I scroll down here, also external calls in the status away are sent to my voicemail. If I set my status to out of office, I treat internal calls again separately to external calls. Here I select that internal calls go to Joanne. I can change this here to any other extension of the list. And the same applies to forward external calls in the status out of office. I say here also go to Joe's extension. Once I change my settings around the way I want them, I say apply, and your call forwarding settings are done and completed. 3.6 MyPhone offers you instant messaging between all iOS staff members which are currently using the MyPhone application. A right mouse click onto an extension will open up a context menu. Here you can select Chat. Now we can ask our question to Joe, like, "Hi Joe, alright, let's wait what she says." Oh, okay. I look it up for you. Cool. As you can see, this is a really very fast way to communicate. And here already we have the number. Thanks. Cheers. Perfect. For some iOS staff, it can be very handy if their mobile phone is called in parallel to their desk phone. You can enable this via the MyPhone menu settings. Let's take a look. Click on the menu settings, and in the submenu extension details, make sure that you have entered your mobile phone number, including a leading one. Now you go to the menu Forwarding Rules, and in the sub-tab Available, scroll to the very bottom. Here you can see that Ring My Extension and My Mobile at the same time can be activated. Once you tick this option, click on Apply. Done. Now all your incoming calls to your extension will also ring your mobile phone in parallel, and you can pick up the incoming call on either of the two devices.